All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our end of day post wave report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger reports. All right, so jumping right into things, this is the Bitcoin futures chart. And as you can see here, there is a bearish trend momentum reading still on the chart, and therefore the market is still in a corrective state. And unfortunately for the bullish people, we're expecting a lot more downside to come here. So sit tight until you get a bullish trend momentum reading. That's all you can do. If you are long the market, you should have been covered as soon as we switched from a bullish to a bearish trend momentum reading. You should have got out of your longs, took profit. So if you're on the sidelines waiting and you're not comfortable shorting, you're gonna have to wait until all this blows over. All right. Next up is your XRP Ripple. So as you can see here, XRP Ripple is still neutralized for trading. The last couple of days it's been neutralized. Market doesn't know what it wants to do from here, but we still do have a bearish trend momentum reading. And the question is going to be, is the market getting ready to head even lower? Or is it trying to find its footing and build some type of a support? That's the big question right now. So the market is not trending, but it is under the auspices of a bearish trend momentum reading. So we do expect lower prices. All right. So sideways to lower prices, sell the rally mode is what the market is in at this time. And I don't see much going on right now to change that. Next up is wheat. So wheat has that bullish trend momentum reading, and the price action is still unable to begin the rally. So this is day 2 of the rally alert. So we'll see what happens tonight going into Wednesday. Will the rally start, or is this thing going to just fizzle out, and we go back to a bearish trend momentum reading and the bear market reclaims the price action and we head to new 52-week lows? That is the question. So we shall see. We're waiting to see what happens here. Next up is your soybean. Soybean still has a bearish trend momentum reading, and we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. The market did bump its head at the bottom of the Kumo cloud and has failed and has run out of steam, and it's ready to drop yet again. You're in the sell the rally mode, and that's what it's looking like is about to happen. Another leg down is on the horizon in your soybeans. Looking here ahead to corn. Corn has a bullish trend momentum reading. You had this little micro rally, if you want to call it that, giving us a rally alert. And as soon as we got it, now the market has decided it wants to stop. So you had the rally alert here. You got that initial upside production, and another rally alert coming into today, but instead the market goes the other way. So the bear market is really trying to hold on, but as long as you got a bullish trend momentum reading, the market's going to remain in the by the pullback mode. So we're going to wait and see what happens here. But looking interesting in these grains, I think 2024 is really going to be a bullish year for your commodities, and we may even start to see that in the next couple of weeks, to be honest with you. All right, next up is your silver. Silver has a bullish trend momentum reading, and therefore we're in the buy the pullback mode. We just hit a new weekly high today, getting close to the Kumo cloud resistance of 2385. Can the market push through and just get right here? You have this little vortex space right in here where the lines cross as an X. That is a vortex. And what happens is if the price action can cut through there, if it's going to get bullish and run, this is the place it's going to want to do that, because then it automatically puts this as a support. And then the market can lift off and head toward 26 and above. So very interesting developments right now for silver. If it fails to get above the Kumo cloud, though, there's a strong possibility that you may have another down leg, but I don't think that's the case. I think the market's relocking in. I think the longer term trend wants to try to reclaim the price action. So you're at a battle right here. This is a war right here to see what the market's going to do. Who's going to win? The bulls or the bears? But as long as you got a trend momentum reading, it's bullish. You do expect higher prices. So it looks like the bulls have the bias for now. All right, next up is nat gas. Nat gas looks like it's neutralized to go into tomorrow. Been having some very narrow range days. Yeah. Yep, you're in a bear market with a bearish trend momentum reading, but you're neutralized now, so nothing to do there right now. The Dow still has a bearish trend momentum reading, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we are anticipating that this market will continue to fall. Right now, you're moving sideways, but as long as this bearish trend momentum reading is active, we do expect lower prices. All right, next up, we got the NASDAQ 100, and you got a bearish trend momentum reading. Right as the market came down and touched the bottom of the Kumo cloud, the market started to bounce back up. All right, moving away from that. And it stopped short right at the intraday resistance zone. And remember, you're in a sell the rally mode. So I think this price action is about getting ready to drop back down again, because until this trend momentum reading flashes back green, you're going to see a lot of selling on the screen. Next up is gold. Gold still has a bearish trend momentum reading. Price action still below the Kumo cloud. And we're getting closer to retesting that 1900. That's the scary price level. That is the psychological support. If it breaks, expect chaos to ensue to the downside. S&P 500, same thing, bearish trend momentum reading. Price action came down here near the bottom of the Kumo cloud and reversed, and now it stopped short at the top of the Kumo cloud. You're in the sell the rally mode, so I'm anticipating that the price action is headed south yet again. Next up is your crude oil. Still has a bearish trend momentum reading. As long as this is here, you have the sell the rally mode in process. I think price action is coming down here to that 75 level, and you should be preparing for that. Next up is the euro. Euro also has a bearish trend momentum reading, price action below the Kumo cloud, and the market is technically now in a free fall status. Next up is the pound sterling. We got back-to-back bot checks, ladies and gentlemen. Another bot check today. We're expecting the price action to get down here to the one and test the 125 area. So get ready for that. This is the third bearish alert that you got. All right, negative bot check, negative bot check, negative bot check. That means when this thing comes, it's probably going to be very nasty to the downside. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is the Aussie. The Aussie has a bullish trend momentum reading now. Very interesting. Very interesting. So you had the rally alert coming into today. You got that upside production. And I think the market's going to try to get back up here to the 66 handle and test the resistance to see what the market can do. Bear market rally is underway. Next up is your Russell, bearish trend momentum reading, hanging out at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. I think we're about to test the 1800 support now. That's the next downside target. Copper, bearish trend momentum reading. We got a negative bot check yesterday, so it's only a matter of time now. Within days, we're just days away of a big down leg coming in your copper. Next up is your Ethereum, and Ethereum futures are already in a bearish trend momentum reading stance, and you're in a free fall status. And unfortunately, you're already at the 1600 level. And I did warn you about this way back in here. And here you are, ladies and gentlemen. You know where we go from here. And it's a strong possibility of dropping back down here to 1200 and maybe even below 1000. I know it's not what you want to hear, but when these bearish trend momentum readings are afoot, what can you do but go with the flow of the market and not what you think? All right, I see you, Loco. Let me pull up this SVL for you, Silver Mines on the ASX for our comrades in the land down under in Australia. All right, so as you can see here, pulling up the data now. A little slow. All right, so here we go. All right, so you're in luck, my man. You got a bullish rally alert here, and you got a bullish trend momentum reading. So this day is acting as day one. Your first upside target is going to be that $19, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So that's where you are. I said $19. I mean 19 cents. This is your 18 cents today. So the first one is right here at 19.25. And then from there, top of the Kumo cloud, it's going to put you at, let's say, 20.50. All right. So that's where you are right now. Then from there, you go to here, which is 21.59. So that's where we're headed right now on that one. Let's see, you said interesting on the Aussie, moving higher since they froze the interest rate here recently on the RBA's last meeting. Yeah, man. Markets are they're weird, they're resilient, they're everything in between. They do what they do. The momentum leads price, and it's just the way it is. The price action is going to do what it's going to do, and it doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't have a rhyme or reason. It just does what it does, and we take it for what it is. All right, so on Ultimate, ticker AZI on the ASX, this one has a bearish trend momentum reading. All right, so you're expecting lower prices. The market is in the rally mode, and you're already at 7 cents. You got support down here at 6.5 cents. And you're right here at the top of the Kumo cloud, though. So you had like a bear market rally that started back here on April the 18th. And the market's kind of like moved sideways and then finally broke higher. Now it's just kind of hanging out here. So this market's not going to be moving north until you get another bullish trend momentum reading. Right now, it's in the sell or rally mode on your Ultimate. All right, my man. So that's what it is, man. These markets are doing what they do. And the only thing we can do is trade along with the market, not try to guesstimate what the market is going to do. We do what the market is showing us that it's already doing, and we take it just like that. All right. So remember, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, I'm out. Smash that like button, please.